All right, let's pull back the curtain on something you use every single day but probably never even think about. I'm talking about the invisible armor that's protecting your entire digital life. Welcome to our explainer on web application security.
I mean, have you ever actually stopped to think about it? Your banking app, your social media, all of it. How in the world do they keep themselves safe from the, constant barrage of attacks trying to get at your personal data?
Well, the answer is they're not left defenseless. Not the good ones, anyway. They're actually built from the ground up with this incredibly powerful proactive defense system. So, in this explainer, we're going to dive in and see exactly what that invisible armor is all about.
Okay, so let's start with a simple idea. Think of any web app you use as, well, your digital house, right? It's got a front door, it's got windows, and inside it holds all your valuable stuff, your information. And the big problem? There are a lot of people out there constantly trying to find a way in.
So let's meet a few of these digital intruders. First up, you've got something called SQL injection. The best way to think about this is like a burglar who doesn't break the lock, but instead tricks it with a specially made key, a key made of malicious code. Then there's cross-site scripting. You'll see it called XSS. This is sneaky. It's like someone slipping a hidden camera or a microphone into your house, letting them just watch everything you do. And finally, there's cross-site request forgery, or CSRF. This one's like an imposter who learns how to forge your signature, tricking an app into doing things you never wanted, like, say, changing your password. So, how on earth do you stop these guys?
Well, here's the clever part. You do it by not building the house from scratch. Think about it. Instead of one person trying to invent the world's most perfect, unpickable lock, smart developers start with a professional security blueprint, one that's already been designed and tested by thousands of experts. This is where web application security frameworks come into play. They're basically the heroes of our story.
So what is a framework? Put simply, it's like buying a pre-built, top-of-the-line security system for your digital house. It comes with all the good stuff right out of the box. The heavy-duty locks, the loud alarms, the reinforced doors. This way, developers don't have to waste time reinventing the wheel every single time. It's a smart, structured way to build in safety from day one.
So what's the framework's actual job? Well, it's got a core mission, and it's all about handling the fundamentals. First, authentication. That's just verifying you are who you say you are. Then, authorization. That's controlling what you're actually allowed to do or see once you're in. It also handles data protection by encrypting your info, and, this is a big one, input validation, which blocks those malicious commands we just talked about. It even manages your login session, so nobody can hijack it. It's basically your all-in-one digital security guard. Okay, so what does this armor actually look like in the real world? Because this isn't just some abstract idea, right? These are real tools developers are using every single day. Let's take a quick tour of some of the most popular ones. And this table really shows you the sheer variety. Like, if you're a developer using Python, the Django framework has you covered with built-in protection against things like XSS and CSRF. If you're working in Java, Spring Security is kind of the gold standard for handling authentication. Then you've got stuff like Helmet.js for Node applications, which is all about locking down your HTTP headers. And what's really cool is the OWASP framework. It's not even tied to one language. It just provides awesome security guidelines for pretty much everyone. Each one is like a different specialized suit of armor for the job. So you might be thinking, why bother? Why not just have developers write all this security stuff themselves? Well, the answer is that the payoff for using a framework is just massive, and not just for the developers, but for you, the person actually using the app.
Look, using a framework is just smarter. For one, it's way faster because all those security features are already built. It's also a whole lot safer because you're not relying on one person's code, you're using code that's been battle-tested by thousands of experts. That means way less room for human error. It also makes sure the app meets modern standards and can be updated easily. And what does all that mean for you? It means a more stable, more reliable, and most importantly, a much more secure experience. The risk of your data getting stolen just goes way, way down.
But, and this is a really important but, a framework is an incredibly powerful tool. It is not a magic wand. I mean, you can have the most advanced security system in the world, but if you forget to lock the door or you leave a window wide open, it's not going to do you much good, is it?
So, to make it work, developers have to follow a few simple but absolutely critical rules. Number 1, stay updated. You have to keep the framework current to get all the latest security patches. Number 2, configure it correctly. You can't just leave it on the default settings. Number 3, minimize your attack surface. That just means only using the parts of the framework you actually need. And number 4, test, test, and test again. You have to constantly be looking for weak spots to make sure that armor is as strong as it can be.
And all of that really brings us to the most important idea of all. Security isn't a product you buy or a box you check. It's a process. It's this ongoing cycle of being vigilant, of doing maintenance, and of constantly trying to get better. That invisible armor, it needs to be polished and reinforced all the time.
So, the next time you log into one of your favorite apps, just take a second to think about that invisible armor working behind the scenes to protect you. And maybe ask yourself, how strong is the protection on the apps that I use every single day? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.